Welcome my friends. Let's start off with foam rolling one-on-one by hitting these hip flexors, these tight hip flexors. A lot of people have tight hip flexors from sitting in chairs all day long, and their sitting position just gets these things tight. When they're tight, it doesn't allow your lower abdominal muscles to engage. It's hard to really work that area when your hip flexors are tight and taking over everything. So we want to fold roll that out, get it nice and loose, get you mobile so that we can do these exercises and get the benefit that we need to get from these exercises without injuring ourselves. So you saw I start off with the right leg, and now we move over to the left leg. You see I raise my right leg up just so I can get a little more leverage to get down into the pressure points in the hip flexors, to put some weight on it as I slowly roll back and forth up to 30 seconds to release that area, release the myofascia so that we can move freely, the muscles can work in synergy. And now I'll move down to the quads. You want to roll out these quads. A lot of these knots in here is very similar to what a massage therapist would do. But we're doing it for ourselves. This is what we can do when we don't have time or the money, or you can't get a massage every day. But we can do self-myofascial release every day. And that's what we're doing now. And I'm gonna roll over here. I'm gonna hit a very important part, especially when you're doing a leg day. You wanna really get in there and release the tension that you hold in your glutes and the piriformis that comes down through your leg. It's very important in any squatting motion that we do. So you loosen that up. It also loosens the hips. Just gives a lot more mobility and allows us to really get more out of our exercise and really enjoy our exercises more. You don't want to be tight. You don't want to be tight. A tight muscle is not a strong muscle. Just free that up so we can really get in there and work. Whatever you do on one side, you do to the other. So now we're working that left glute. And find that angle. When you feel it, when you feel you're over a knot, you want to sit on that a little bit and just roll it out. Now we move down here to the hamstrings. A lot of people have tight hamstrings. This is one way to fix that. This is very important to do before you exercise, like I said, and you can also do it after you exercise. We just don't want to do the exercises, we want to do them right, and we want the right muscles engaged in every movement and activated in every movement. And this is one way to ensure that that's happening. So now we're hitting the calf muscles. I'm doing both at the same time, the same way I did the hamstrings, same way I did the quadriceps. So now is one of my favorite. We're going to foam roll that back out. A lot of us hold tension in our back. I do myself in my upper back. And when I do this, I feel like I'm at a chiropractor's office. I can feel the crackling going right now as I roll down. Snap, crackle, and pop, but in a good way. It feels fantastic. So you see I'm folding my arms. That's so I can really maximize the amount of back that's connecting with the foam roll, getting some real good action there. Take your time, do as much as you need to get loose. Now I'm going to turn it here just so I can get a better angle under my shoulder blades into the scapula where the muscle connects. I'm getting it right into that tight spot. Getting some nice release there. You'll be amazed at how much this improves your mobility, and the exercises just feel so much better when you don't have these tight areas. So now it's not complete until we roll the lats, latissimus dorsi. It's the muscle on your side or the wings. When you work your back, when you do pulling movements coming down, this is engaged. Anything you do with your back, this is engaged. And when these are tight, your mobility is extremely limited. We want to have full range of motion when we do our exercises because we want full muscle activation. We want to get the most out of everything we do, and we want to prevent injury. Whatever you do on one side, we must do it on the other side. So let's hit that other side. Doesn't take a lot of pressure on the lats, so you might not even need your entire body weight. Now here, I'm working the inner thigh, the growing area. You want this very delicate in there, as you know. Protect the jewels. We don't need a foam roll that. We're just working the muscles of the inner thigh. Just get a little weight on those pressure points and just slow roll motions from side to side. Whatever you do on one side, let's do it to the other. Let's roll that out. This foam roll is a great tool. When we get through this, we are ready to exercise. The body's loose, ready to get warmed up, ready to move on.